Here I am again on the Vjosa River in Albania. I've been coming here for 20 years, and thankfully this river has not been dammed. There was plans to put 2 hydroelectric dams on the Vjosa and Save the Vjosa, which is an NGO, managed to convince the government with other NGOs and scientists that this river, the last free-flowing river in Europe, has been saved. And here we are just near Pamet. There's a city of Pamet just a few kilometers downstream from here. And further this way is the Greek border. The Vjosa River has been a very important river for the southern Balkans. The Greeks have called it the Aus, and the Albanians call it the Vjosa, obviously. And it's featured in various ancient Greek texts. It's in many civilizations. The Illyrians had many hill encampments on the mountains around here, and it featured very heavily in the First Macedonian Wars, which were the wars between the Roman Republic and the Macedonians, and a lot of battles were fought around this area. Talking of battles, David Smiley, very famous SOE operative during the Second World War. Oh, look at this. Here we have some rafting. There's all sorts of activity on the Vjosa. People who kayak come from all over Europe and kayak on the Vjosa. They also kayak on a lot of the tributaries here as well, the Bunts and Langaritsa, which is further upstream. Right now, it's at its lowest. This is the Vjosa at its lowest. We're here in beginning of July. So the highest it gets is during the spring melts. So when the snow melts off of all the Numchuk ranges around here, it melts and increases the volume. Hello. United States and Poland. Fantastic. Are you enjoying it? Yeah, really. What have you been on other rivers? Yeah, like in Kuwait. Well, there we have people from Poland, United States. A lot more people are starting to come and find the wonders of the Vjosa River. It's just full of nature, it's full of history, it's full of wonderful people, it's full of culture, food, raki. You will not be disappointed if you come to the Vjosa. It is an absolutely beautiful place, and it's a very special place because it's the last large free-flowing river in Europe. There's a few up in Norway, but as far as I'm told, they're not as grand as the Vjosa. So it's a great time to come. In summertime, it's beautiful to swim in the Vjosa, and in wintertime and springtime, it's fantastic because you see it at its fullest, and it is a mighty river. This river, once the melt happens, the water level comes up to the top of these rocks up here. This is all underwater here. This is just one big raging river racing towards the Adriatic. And as I was saying before, David Smiley, the first ally that came in here, he carried out his first attack on the Italians during the Second World War in Pamet, just further downstream from here. This area has also been very important to the Albanians for their independence. 3 brothers, the Frasheri brothers, Naim, Abdul and Sami Frasheri, all came from a village not far from here, behind these hills, and a village called Frasher. And they were very important for the whole independence movements. They were also Bektashis, and Bektashis are like a mystic Islam that is very dominant in Albania. And they were Bektashis, and he convinced many of the Babas, the Bektashis in this area, that they had to get behind the independence movement. It was the right place in history to be, and he got them on side, and they were very important also in the background with language and books and promoting Albanian culture amongst the Albanians who had been under Ottoman dominance for 400 years. So this was once all part of the Ottoman Empire, and They control this whole area. Further downstream from here, it goes out onto a plain that's a very fertile plain from all the alluvial soil that gets washed down every year from the flooding. And that alluvial soil that comes down is really important, that keeps the nutrient-rich Adriatic, which allows a lot of the fish, the smaller fish, a lot of the important nutrients that they feed off, that feeds the smaller planktons and algae that they eat, is very reliant on the alluvial wash that comes out of the Vjosa. So it's very important for the fishing. Rivers are more than just a river. They're a corridor of life. They give life to the people around it. They give life to the fish that are not even attached to it, that are out in the Adriatic Sea from all the alluvial soil that comes out. It's a really important river, and it's just fantastic that the Albanian government has been convinced by so many people and academics that this river needs to be saved, and it has. It's now a national park, and what's important now is to safeguard all the areas around it. And now we have some more rafters. And as you can see, when it's low like this, it's really not a dangerous river. It's a very safe river when it's low, which is a fantastic river to have as a tourist destination. You can swim in it, you can raft in it, you can kayak in it, and you won't run into trouble. But it's always good to use a professional, and there are a lot of rafting companies now setting up along the Vjosa. Hello. You speak English? Where are you from? Albania, Shqiptare. Ah, Rob. Si jeni mirë, Rob? Mirë. Ne flasim pastaj. Ne takojmë, po, në shtëpi. Në shtëpi jote. Ne takojmë. Bravo, faleminderit. That's Robert. He runs a rafting company just a bit further downstream from here. Lovely man. He's very experienced on the Vjosa, like I was saying. It's a safe river, but do it with a professional. And Rob is a real professional. And these are all his rafts, obviously. Mirë dita. Nga Angli, Amerikan? Huh? Germany? Belgium and Germany. I mean, people are coming all over from Europe and they're starting to realize the beauty of the Vjosa. So I've been photographing in Albania now for more than 20 years. And when I first came here, you would very rarely see a tourist. I mean, most Albanians stopped and looked at me and said, in surprise, where are you from? But now we see a lot more tourists, which is... Sorry, I'll just take these shots. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's a great place to be. I mean, Albania is a wonderful country to visit, and Vjosa is definitely one of the gems of Albania. As you can see, all these people jumping in and swimming. Një, dy, tre. Bravo. That's fantastic. Also in Permet, there was a congress with the Communist Party during the Second World War, which was very important for organising a resistance against the fascists who invaded this country in the Second World War. And there's a large monument in Permet relating to that. The area is also very well known for making a very good raki, which is grappa. A lot of people know it as grappa, but the Albanians and many people in the Balkans call it rakia. And they make a very good rakia in Permet. It's well worth trying several glasses at the end of the day, or the middle of the day. Well, that's about me. That's about me done for here. Come and stand here for yourself and experience for yourself. That's all I can say. Welcome to the Vjosa.